Okay, this is Vepija, and we are back in Drakensang. Oh, let's head back up. Is that the farm that's on fire again? Or still? I thought my arm was on fire for a second there. I forgot I have that shield. Where's the entrance here? Yeah, I'm past it, aren't I? But this here? Sure is. Well, the dwarf ain't here. Okay, the librarian don't do me nothing. Need Aram at the tower. Entrance to the dwarf tower. Where is this dwarf tower? Aram, okay, there. But what's here? The gorge. More harpies. What what happened when I was in the abandoned mine? Did the harpies take over when I was in there? It's like, holy cow, people. You must be up on the ridge. Well, screw the harpies. Domestic pigs, okay. Is that the swine herd up here? Bunches of domestic pigs. Oh, the farm? They put the farm back together already? No, I guess not. There's a burning building here yet. Taking a shortcut. Okay, tree down. Oh, it's the wagon. Couple of crispy critters there. Goblins down there, okay. How do I get down there? Not this way. That way. Look, who was that? Okay. Where's that coming from? Where's Mr. Heavy Sigh? What? What? Oh, here's somebody.
You come alone. Where are the many city guards you spoke of?
Oh, okay. Be patient, I will show up with them soon. Okay, let's go get the captain of the guard. Because he's over there. How come he's not marked on the map? Why isn't he marked on the map? Everyone else is. Oh, goblins.
Drink blood, my
A
sword!
dwarf stands by his word. Raw!
Listen up, everyone. Attack!
Leave that to Borgrim.
Follow me.
Oh, Leagdon's down that far already? Oh, a mage. Oh, there goes Leagdon. Come on, Forgrim, let's take this dude out.
For Aldo!
All right.
It's weapon poison.
Let me do that. For Amazon Pride.
You're crossing to the bridge.
We won't be letting the goblins get that close again. Not one of them is getting over this bridge.
Keep up the good work, man. That's the goblin camp over there. Butter. Okay. Can't even get to the captain from down here. Leprechaun?
You're here. I'm not.
Okay. Mayor Dipwidge? Maiden?
Ah, you're back. Are you ready to fight now?
That's, in regard to the goblin attacks, do you have any news? I found the encampment. That's good news. But it looks as if we can't put a stop to the ogre's doings just yet. Near Dipwidge announced that shortly after you left, the town council refuses to let any one guard leave the town, purely for security reasons. As the mayor assured me, in the meantime, more pilgrims and farmers will suffer a horrible death at the hands of the ogre and his group outside the town walls. That's madness. Then I'll persuade the town council in your place. Unlike you, I'm not bound by responsibilities and the guard's duties, so I can take more time to change the council's mind. You are probably right on that score, but it still won't be easy. First, you will need to gain trust of all the council members before they give you your request serious consideration. If I can muster the necessary patience, I'll succeed. Just wait and see. Please tell me again which Talon citizens are council members. Mayor Dipwidge, who, at this time of day, you'll probably find with a pitcher of apple wine at the table in the front of the tavern. Oakridge the merchant will be at the market, and you should be able to find the resident Perrine Diant at the temple square. Randra be with you, Legdon of Regashov. Wait. Mayor Dipwidge is right here. Dude, you're like facing him, you can see him.
The ceremony may not be interrupted. I hope you have very good reasons.
A terrible nuisance. But here in Talon, we're all safe, and the bridge to Pren's Grove will be passable again as well by the time the Apple Festival starts. After that, we will take care of those few piffling goblins. And what about the areas beyond the town walls? Currently, the Marauders are confining their threat to Talon's immediate environs. They haven't attacked Penn's Grove or Rattle Farm yet. Those stupid goblins are simply not numerous enough to become a serious menace. No, they have attacked the farm, you idiot. You're a moron. The farm is in ruins. I was just there. Oh well, the marauder is terrible. What do you want to know? Well, that is a most gallant deed you did. But if you help the town guard, the captain will certainly have reward for you already. If not, then talk to him. He is in charge of paying off mercenaries. I still have more questions. Attack the camp? But we need the guards in town. Everything is topsy-turvy here. The preparations for the Apple Festival are in full swing. And we have a lot of important guests to protect. Do you know what you're asking me? Even if I agree, the other council members would have to give their consent too. Okay, what if I take on one of the guards' tasks? If you could do some of the burden, take some of the burden off the town guard, I would give you my consent. It concerns a matter of great importance. Do you want to hear about it? Recently, a set of precious figurines was stolen from an important guest in our town. The thief is a leprechaun. Usually, he is up to mischief south of the town. Bring these figurines back to me, and I will give the captain my consent. Alright, I will deal with the leprechaun. Very good. Leave the town by the west gate and turn south immediately, even before you cross the bridge. Just keep following the town wall, and it will lead you to a meadow where the leprechaun usually can be found. Guess what? Yeah. Guy's an idiot. Like most politicians. First, we have to deal with the stupid leprechaun. I'm assuming in the church? Temple of Perrine? Habit of Talon.
Welcome to the Monastery of Talon. How can I help you?
You're a member of a town council, aren't you? It's imperative that you allow the captain to attack the ogre encampment. Is that right? And why would I consent to that? There's a lot for the guard to do in Talon, and the goblins don't pose an immediate threat to the town. And if I took over part of the guard's duties? In fact, there is something you could do. If you would fulfill this task, then I would give the captain my permission. Do you agree to it? Very well, let's hear it. It looks as if a goblin has managed to enter the town and poison a well. Thanks be to Perrine, he was so clumsy about it that the first citizen to fetch water from the well noticed it at once, so no one has come to grief as yet. Nevertheless, the well still can't be used for the time being. I know a recipe that will get rid of the poison in the water. However, I'm missing a crucial ingredient. And which ingredient would that be? It's a rather rare herb and only grows north of here, near an old weathered door set into the side of the mountain. But leaving the safety of the town alone is too dangerous now for a simple deant like me. So if you went in my stead and obtained the ingredient for me, I wouldn't need any town guards as my bodyguard any longer. Then I could consent to the captain's plan with a clear conscience. So be it, I'll bring you the ingredient. The ingredient you need for the antidote. An old door in the face of the mountain? Do you know anything else about it? Have you seen the old tower up on the mountain? It rises up over our town almost directly opposite the entrance to the temple. To the northwest of town there is a small ravine that has an ancient door set into the rock. If you ask me, I would say it must lead straight up to the tower. Quite impressive considering the actual tower is situated so high above Talon. The old mine shafts and passageways that must have been carved into the mountain make it possible. Lead to the conclusion that they must have been built by dwarven hands. The entrance is said to have been locked for ages, and no one has been able to find out how to open it. But back to my missing ingredient. Will you look for it for me? So be it. I'll bring you the ingredient you need for the antidote. Brilliant! I'll mark out the place on your map. Come back when you have found the ingredient. I'll do that. Farewell. Now let's go see what this merchant needs. Then we'll pick what task to do first. Hey, stupid cat. Rich the merchant.
Do you have to bother me right now? I don't have time to be your tour guide. I'm a merchant and have important business to take care of.
I'm sorry to have to disturb you, Merchant Oakridge, but it concerns a matter of utmost importance. Captain of Talon requests your permission as town council member to take action against the ogre encampment. Haha, just listen to him, as if such a simple thing. To be honest, I don't care a hill of beans what the captain wants, but if you were to render a commensurate service, I would be willing to make a concession to the old warhouse in return. Very well, one hand washes the other. As our time is valuable to both of us, I ask you to keep it short. What do you want? Is that in my head? Then you also have to take time to tell me all the details. Yeah, give me all the details. Bah! An Oakridge doesn't have to do anything. But business is business, so you shall have your details. Come a little closer. This concerns only the two of us. Between you and me, it's a private family matter. My son has been having trysts with a common maidservant lately. They always used to meet secretly in the meadow down by the riverbank, but since those thieving goblins started roaming around out there, they weren't able to meet at that place any longer. They must have looked for a new hiding place for their rendezvous, but I haven't found it yet out. Go on. I haven't heard anything from him since yesterday, and now have the suspicion that the lovesick fool was planning to run off with that common strumpet, and that something could have happened to him. If my suspicions are correct, then the name of the maidservant should be Naomi Sweeting. Find the girl's mother and confront her with my suspicions. Perhaps she has an idea of where the two of them could have found a new place to meet. Bring back my son alive, and the captain can count my vote. So you'll help me? Isn't that right? Agreed. I'll see what I can do. Very good. Come back when you have news. You're still here. What do you want now? Very well, merchant. Okay. What's closest? We got the leprechaun. We got Mother Sweeting. And we got the mandrake. I'm guessing the mandrake is what I need. Okay. So let's go hit Mother Sweeting up. Or at least go over to her. She's behind us, though. This way? Yes.
What do you mean you don't have any tongue?
I'm sorry, but Gallo Frantric left me high and dry.
Let's see what Mother
Promised
Sweeting
me
has
the
to say.
tongues, but when I went to get them, he didn't have any more.
By all the 12 gods, you just can't rely on anyone these days.
No, you can't.
They call me Mother Sweeting. What can I do for you?
Merchant Oakridge sent me. I would like to talk to you about your daughter, or rather, about her and the merchant's son. My daughter? But she hasn't done anything. She's always been a good child. What does old Oakridge want with her? Is it true that his son and your daughter are secretly a couple? Yes, they are. I've told her over and over she should not get mixed up with that thoughtless lad. That it could never end well. His father would never consent to their marriage. Why doesn't he come to himself if he wants to cause trouble? He probably paid you to drive those two apart. Please don't do anything to my daughter. She hasn't done anything wrong. You can put your mind at rest. No one wants to do you or your daughter any harm. I only wanted to know if you can tell me where they have been meeting of late. Merchant Oakridge, namely, is worried about his son because he hasn't seen or heard from him in an unusually long period of time. Naomi thinks I'm stupid and don't know what she's up to all day. Nowadays, they often meet at the old Boron's field within the town walls, because it's always very quiet there and hardly anyone ever passes by there. Even as a small child, Ulfing was always fascinated by his ancestors' crypt. If the two of them have disappeared again, then they really can only be there. Very well, my good woman. Okay, so Leprechaun and the crypt to Boron's field. Awesome. That's kind of on the way to the Leprechaun, so that's cool. So let's just get away from all these noisy people here. Yes, nice quiet little cat. Okay, I think I'm going to call it here, and we will continue with getting the guard permission to help us later. This has been Vepaja, and, do those three things that'll make us both happy. You know what they are. Click on that like, you give me a subscribe, and then you ring that bell so you can see me next time. Later.